seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Greetings, Sworn Nation, and welcome to the official Lady Gunfighter Damnification coffin launch pre-hang. In about 29 minutes and change, we're going to launch this all-new coffin launch, and I cordially invite you to back it. Now, you may be watching this stream, and you don't know what the heck's going on, so let me talk to you about it. We are about to launch an all-new storyline for our character, Lady Gunfighter, Chapter 3, entitled Damnification. Now, we run our campaigns for about 30 days. We invite you to make your comments, but we have some special offers for you if you would like to back our campaign real fast. First, for the first 24 hours, all physical backers of claims totaling $26 US or more, you're going to get this free challenge coin with art by Mike Crome and Dawn McTague. So I encourage you to get in on it in the first 24 hours, but that's not all. This is part of our 2026 loyalty program, where for everyone who backs our campaign, 6 of them at $26 US or more, if you back all 6, we're going to give you a super backer coin. There will be no variance to this coin, no extras. It'll be a true badge of honor, a true brag. Yeah! I want to welcome everybody to the stream. AKL Philbo, talking it up. Yeah, Chad loves that coin art. We love you guys and gals up there in Canada, y'all lunatics. Peter Calderon, what up, yo? Yeah, try to get as wild as the West. Now, that's the basis. This is the 3rd chapter. If you don't have chapter 1 and 2, it's cool, because we'll probably offer it on the campaign at some time or another. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I am the publisher of Coffin Comics, but this story could not be done without the one and only, the man, the myth, Tempe's own #1 son, Mike McLean. Come on in here, Mike. How you doing?
Hey, everybody. How you doing? Just gotta get my mic.
Mike's got to get his mic on.
Mic check. Hey, everybody. How's it going?
So, Mike, if you're up for it, can you tell us a little bit about the basic premise of the chapter? Here's the description. Do you want to use that as a starting point?
Hi, I'm Brian. Death comes quickly and easily in the Old West, especially if you're facing off against a bounty hunter, Eliza Ryan, and her demonic 6-shooters. Taking the moniker Lady Gunfighter, Eliza vowed never to let the guns fall into wicked hands. But when the pistols begin to corrupt her very soul, Eliza makes a choice that may forever change her fate. A quest for answer drives the bounty hunter deep into a nightmarish wilderness where death lurks behind every tree. However, for Lady Gunfighter, there is no turning back. While her loved ones fight to survive against a brutal madman, Eliza must face an ancient power more malevolent than any demonic pistol, a seductive witch capable of unspeakable horrors. Do I tell them bonus? Do we tell them
bonus story?
Bonus story. All right. As midnight falls, a skull-faced ghost haunts the border towns of the Old West, seeking vengeance. She has taken up a gun and adopted a name. La Muerta!
That's right. This will be the introduction of Wild West La Muerta. So, Mike, first up, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, what distinguishes this particular story from the previous? Why should people want to read this one?
Well, I think the main character is really challenged. The first 2 chapters are a revenge piece.
Yes.
Right? This one, she's challenged by the corruption of these pistols. And she has to come to terms with, I have to do something about this, or I might be corrupted too. Now, one of the characters suggests you just should throw them down a well somewhere, right? Get rid of them.
That sounds logical. I mean, that's a one way out.
Right. But she knows that if she does that, eventually someone will find them, and that someone might not be as honorable as she is. So she has to put herself at risk and to try to find out how she can get away from the corruption of these pistols.
Now, another interesting element of this story is there's kind of a separation of the main cast, and they're actually wind up going against two separate villains. What can you tell us about that and yet still glove it vaguely?
Yeah, yeah. Just like you said, there's another bounty hunter that's after Eliza Ryan and her pistols, and he must face off. He's a very cool character. I don't want to give too much away.
Well, we'll wind up talking about him. We're actually going to bring Joel Gomez, illustrator, longtime illustrator, into the stream shortly. But we will talk about that character.
Yeah, Mad Wolf.
Mad Wolf.
He's a really cool character. Joel brought him to life very well. But he faces off against Pike and Sarah.
Yep.
And I really like that because they get their own moment.
Yeah.
Eliza has her own harrowing moment with a very dark entity, and you'll see that. But we get to see Pike in action. We get to see Sarah in action.
So Pike,
dynamic with each other.
Yep, and Sarah being Eliza Ryan's daughter, who she was reconnected with at the end of chapter 2.
Yeah.
And then Pike, who's basically been her partner in a sense since pretty early on in chapter 1.
But you see those dynamics of the mother-daughter relationship of people that haven't been together for their whole life. So they're trying to figure out where they fall with each other. So
it's true. Now, let's see here. We'll see what's going on in the stream. Let's see here. But the one and only Mosh Pit Matt. Welcome, Mosh Pit Matt.
Happy birthday, Mosh
Happy
Pit.
birthday, Mosh Pit. And let's see. Someone saying, love that shirt. Hi, Brian and crew. I want to thank everybody who is part of the stream. Thank you so much. Now, without further ado, let's bring him on. The longtime illustrator of Lady Gunfighter and La Muerta, the one, the only, Joel Gomez. Just give us a moment. We're going to invite Joel to the stream. Joel, how are you?
What's up, guys? Thank you for having me. Excited for this launch. Really excited for this book, too.
Hell yeah. I love your background, Joel. You got the cool La Muerta statue from Sideshow, and you got your cool cinema lighting. Looking good, man.
Thanks. Obviously, I owe it all to Beth and her amazing work area, but the awesome statue, obviously, courtesy of Brian Pulido and Coffin Comics. It's one of my favorite things about this this ride I've been on with you guys. Like, she's a constant reminder every day I see her, and she's like, "Don't forget." And I'm like, "I'm working on it. We're doing it."
Yeah, it's amazing. Years ago, Sideshow just straight up walked up and said, "We want to make a statue of this character," and I said, let's do that.
It's a beautiful statue.
It's beautiful.
Statue. The sculptor is a guy named Mark Newman, and he's actually done 2 other Lady Deaths. One, both of them are in the room here. The Last Temptation of Lady Death statue, Mark Newman. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. And another one that'll be in the archive, which is being built up. I want to welcome everybody to the stream. People are saying hello, Joel. People saying Gomez gang. People saying
what's up, guys?
statue. A lot of Gomez gangs happening. So Joel Gomez, you received this script some time ago. What were your initial impressions, and what distinguished this particular story from the first 2 chapters?
Well, it's interesting because the first 2 chapters were basically one story cut in half, a really epic revenge story. But this was exciting because we delved further into this world that you guys have created, this dark, weird, Western kind of setting, and it kind of added a little more light to what this place could be like. And with Eliza as our guide, we're kind of introduced to more elements of this world, and it's a super cool idea that you guys are putting together with a contrast of, you know, the morality, the honor, as Mike mentioned earlier, of what these characters are in this unforgiving world, where it's almost a luxury or even like a weakness to have those things in this kind of setting. It's like everything seems to be trying to kill you or something in this Western dark, crazy place. And so this third chapter, which is the second story, it added a lot more to that. And also there was a really cool, you know, thing going on with these extra characters involved in the storyline with Pike and Sarah, and it felt like they each had a moment of their own, and they all kind of created a place in this ethos for Lady Gunfighter. And Sarah was more than just some like daughter and, you know, I guess clinger on. She had moments of where you got a sense of how she fit into Eliza's life possibly. And then Pike himself, like he became kind of his own guy. And there were some really cool moments about that I really wanted to make sure I brought that home for readers to check it out, because these three people, they're like pioneers or pilgrims in this crazy dark world you guys are creating.
Yeah, and as we are speaking, Joel, we're actually looking at some of your pages, some of the earlier work. The work itself is colored by Hedwin Zalvidar, and as is known, it is lettered by Marshall Dillon.
Yeah.
What's it like working with the stylistic colorings of Hedwin?
Hedwin's great. You know, it's nice to see how it comes in. It's always weird to work in such a vacuum as I do, and you hope that the message gets across the way you'd hoped. And I think Hedwin just does an amazing job of highlighting the drama and the tension, and it's really cool. It's a really exciting thing to see it all come together. It's a unique experience. I love the idea of these stories you guys craft, and I think seeing them come to life and having Hedwin just add the lush colors to these stories is amazing. It looks fantastic.
Thank you. I see Nathan Simon says, I love how Eliza, that integral fight about the line of right and wrong. Yeah, that's, why don't you speak to that, Mike? 'Cause that's something that we find very, very interesting in stories of characters that are revenge driven.
Yeah, I mean, she has no problem defending herself. In a lot of ways, she's much like La Muerta. But she has a strict code of honor, obviously. And she kind of sees it as her duty to hold on to these pistols, because if not her, who? So,
Right.
Yeah, it's
well, she has seen other people get a hold of the pistols
Right.
and completely, you know, relinquish their morality, their ethics, and just succumb to the complete darkness.
right. So, and that's always going to be a challenge for her. So that's going to we're going to have to see where that takes her.
Yeah.
If she ever succumbs to that.
Well,
you have a few moments in this one where she's on the line.
Yeah.
But she's able to pull herself out of it.
I always find that these stories, your story is only as good as your villains.
Yeah.
So in this particular case, we're dealing with two villains. And one we mentioned earlier on the stream, his name is Mad Wolf. And I don't think we are showing him here, except we can show you a bit of an image of him. But let's talk about him, some of the attributes of Mad Wolf. I mean, he's very tall. He's the size of a football linebacker.
Yeah.
But I mean, what else can we say? I mean, we could say some of his attributes because it's kind of fun.
Well, I see him as a guy who's a mountain man who's lived in the wilderness, does not have a lot of contact with human beings, and when he does, he's usually slitting their throats.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a man of this world. He has some sort of tap into the supernatural, though, because he knows about the pistols and he has some sort of sense of their power, and he's after that. So he's a guy that really wants to tap into that power. Physically, he's a very imposing person, and yeah, he's a challenge for anybody.
So Joel, what was your perspective drawing Mad Wolf?
Mad Wolf was exciting for me because he's another example of the fringes of civility that was happening in this world, because in the way I read the scripts you guys send, this is mostly, I would say 85% undiscovered country, wilderness, savagery. And he's a vessel of that area. And so there's a lot of mystery, there's a lot of magic potentially with him, and there's a lot to play with. There's a lot of elements that we could hint at to give you or the reader a sense of what he might be about. But because it's all so new to everyone, it really is exciting. It's like visiting an alien planet almost. And these characters, we get to interpret them in a way where they become an entity of their surroundings. And that's kind of what's so exciting about Gunfighter, is that, again, she and her supporting characters they're almost like pioneers in showing us this crazy world that you guys created. And, you know, there's all kinds of ways to interpret that. And this character, he's definitely got like a sense of that. And you can't really tell what his origins are, but we've hinted at a couple of the things that he has, and he's got like filed down teeth, and what's that about? He's got like a wolf pelt
his
on his
filed down
head.
teeth are very useful for him.
Yeah. So there's a lot of things that can give the reader a sense of where he's coming from. But to imagine on top of that, he's had to survive in this place. And to survive, this is the kind of creature or man he is. It's pretty brutal.
So yeah, we said early on, we said that we're dealing with a post-Civil War West, that from the perspective of the people living in it, in their present, it's apocalyptic. It's the world after a disaster. So that's why in the earlier chapters, we just really lean into the real life horror of the time. Things like cholera, leprosy, brutality, a lawless land. So that is our setting. We call it a supernatural Western, but it's really a horror Western.
Yeah.
And inspired by the original Django, directed by Corbucci. Now, there's been many Djangos. If you know the history, you've seen a Django Unchained, but I'm talking about the original Django from Italy, the one that spawned 1,000 imitations. If you have not seen the original Django, directed by, I think it's Lucio Corbucci, do yourself a favor and see it as soon as you can. It's the first ever horror Western, and it really, really delivers the goods. Has a great theme song, too.
And if I'm not mistaken, the actor later becomes a ninja.
There you go.
Isn't he the guy from Enter the Ninja?
He might be.
Yeah, he is.
Who was the lead in Django? I'm trying to remember his name. He's so distinct.
Franco Nero.
Franco Nero.
He's from,
Franco
Enter
Nero.
the Ninja.
And he was in Django Unchained, by the way. He played it. He was in a bar scene. Anyway, but let's see here. I get it. Let's see here. Is Wild West La Muerta a different person than the original?
Do we reveal that?
I think we do.
She is. She is a different person, different character, very different.
Very different.
We have, and that was mainly by Brian Pulido design, that she would be characteristically very different. She's obviously going to have similarities in her looks, but Joel's going to knock it out of the park again with the art on Old West La Muerta, because I've seen some of the images and they're really cool. But yes, very different character. I don't want to give too much away.
I will say that years ago, Joel suggested it's called the Eternal Warrior concept with La Muerta. And initially, I was resistant to the idea. But something just came up as we were dealing with this particular world of Gunfighter, and just had this natural impulse of kind of wanting to build it out. And then when we started discussing the possibility of a Wild West La Muerta, well, there you go. This starts inferring that the premise of La Muerta, the avenging angel, may have been around through multiple generations. Joel, do you have anything to say on that?
Yeah, the idea behind it was like, it's almost like the original True Detective. It's like everything's in a circle, and there's something about what La Muerta is and what she's about that I could imagine Santa Muerte not filling her in on all the details. There's a mysterious entity and a deity that has a bigger playbook than she's leading on to have. And this could be her 12th, 15th, 30th incarnation of the character. It's not up to her to decide that. And I thought, I saw you just filling all that out. I imagined that's how you had seen it. And I just thought it's almost like an evil Green Lantern Corps or something. I don't know. It's like she perpetually had a vessel that she needed to control, or maybe it's like a demigod. Who knows?
Yeah, I think so. I think, Santa Muerte just demands justice, and that was that. So let's see here. Mosh Pit Matt, will Mexican La Muerta be dropped straight into a situation where there'll be a brief origin? Well, it's a great question, but we'd prefer not to answer it. Sometimes just having those questions. Another great question is, are Old West La Muerta and current La Muerta related by blood or descendants? It's like, I think the best thing is to let the story unravel before your eyes. Because, what I can say is this, is in 2026, we're introducing Wild West La Muerta, but I can say in 2027 she returns. So we're unspooling and expanding this particular patch of the Coffin verse, which is rooted in the Old West. So there is an expansion coming. So you can sort of use your mind for 2026, 2027, see the various, our current characters at play and where they are, and imagine who could possibly dovetail into that 2027 storyline. I will give you no answers, but I'll pose that question. Now let's see here. Peter says, with Lady Death going through different timelines, will she encounter a version of La Muerta? I don't know. You're going to have to read it. But that's a very, very good question. It's a fair question to ask, right?
Yeah.
Joel, tell us a little bit about the day-to-day. I know that, tell us a little bit how you attack a given page, where you're reading a script. What do you do from there?
So basically, thankful to the Coffin gods for this particular schedule of this book. It was a fantastic starting point for this new adventure and getting a sense of what this character is about and all this stuff. And when I usually read a script about 2 to 3 times the first pass, just very quickly get a sense of what pops into my head right away. And there was a couple scenes in it where I just had to like read it 2 or 3 times because Mike wrote some crazy bonkers stuff. And in one situation, I had never drawn this particular kind of scene ever before. So that was interesting. But it also threw down the gauntlet and let me know this is the kind of story it is. And so it really challenged me to really put forth the best effort I could. And I have a page or 2 that I could share with you to quickly walk you through the process very quickly. Hang on. Let's see. All right, so once I read the script, I quickly do a quick layout at this small size. It's about a piece of type paper cut in half. And I work out the figure placement and sometimes the little word balloons to get a sense of, where those are going to land. And I'll take considerations for the composition of the shot, more word balloons, and then once I get the approval from editorial on that, I will then blow it up, make it larger and enlarge it to transfer onto the artboard. But what I'll do then is figure out the poses, the acting of the figures, add the exaggeration of somebody walking or, just get the cool pose of someone sitting and looking cool, figure out hand anatomy and these things. And then after I figure those things out, I quickly then just put it onto the board.
No pressure.
And so from there, that's where I'll start at. All the detail and stuff happens in the inking. And so once the approved layout is sent and I've got the figure acting down, I'll then work on the inking and the modeling of the figures, where the light source is coming from, and so on. And so this is page 2 from chapter 3. I'll show you one more really quick.
Here, fully colored.
So we had talked about this, and I thought this is a light reveal, but it's not too bad. Let's see here. Here we have a shot from our short story featuring an exciting new interpretation of a character. This person in the back might give you a little more insight on that. So this is exciting. This is really entertaining and fun to do because it's a reinterpretation of a character I helped put together, created by Brian Pulido and Mike McLean. But this is a new version. And so it was exciting to work that out. I thought I was pretty confident with what I had. I just worked out the smaller angle here with the shot, made my camera a little more fixed. And then, as they say, viola. And here's a shot here. A great addition in the script was of the horse. I really loved the idea of you guys mentioning that. I thought that was super cool, and it was exciting to be able to create a La Muerta themed horse.
Yeah, she looks great. All right, so
exciting.
Lars says 8 minutes are left. That's true. We will be launching on time at 6 p.m. We will stay on the stream, but we do encourage you to back the campaign. And we are double checking with Jailbird Jordan, the master behind the scenes, on some fun stuff during this particular stream. In support, we have Nick G, always kind of keeping an eye on things. What up, yo?
Nick!
Keeping an eye on things. And let's see here. Nathan Simon says, Joel, I love that page. And then the Nocturnal says, I'm going for the whole Metallicard set. We encourage it. Absolutely. Nocturnal says, "What's up?" I'm very excited about this story, especially after hearing Joel's passion, the character details. We love that.
Yeah, I'm excited for this thing that Brian and Mike have put together. It's a really weird exploration of morality and character given the Old West and the setting that it's in. But our Old West is a very particular Old West. It's a little bit darker, it's a little bit scarier, and there's a lot to play with in that kind of setting. And who knows what kind of characters can show up in this world that these guys have created. You never know what we could kind of put a spin on.
Another thing, just go, Mike.
Oh, I was just going to say I'd be remiss in not mentioning, though, that it is also action-packed. I mean, we were talking about the emotions and the atmosphere and the horror. There's a lot of gunplay, a lot of fighting. There's one particular scene that I was talking to Joel about that just gave me the chills. Was a fist fight scene that he puts in there, and it transported me back to being a kid. He did it in a very Kirby style.
Yeah.
It's great. It's really good. So that's all I can say about it. But I can't wait till you guys see it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, certainly there's emotion and gravitas in Coffin Comics, but people aren't sitting around in a room talking about this stuff. It's action-packed. Yeah. We drag people through the emotions.
Yeah.
I write with fear. I am afraid of boring people. So and I always keep that in mind.
Me too.
And so I'm afraid of boring people, so you got to keep it moving.
I always, in terms of comic book storytelling, I'm always resourcing so many of the creators that I love and adore who excited me, and I'm always interested in recreating that. And I think one of the reasons we work well together is we have complementary styles of what we would contribute to a story.
Yeah.
I think that's fair to say. Let's see here. Give me that Gomez already. Well, it's coming up. It's too bad the new Pirate Queen is pretty much the same as the old one. No, it was. It was an expansion of the old one. Absolutely. And I think that I was completely upfront about that. That's exactly what it was. Let's see here. Love the international backer bonus. Yes, well, we have the international backer bonus for this campaign is this gorgeous image by Joel Gomez. This is given free to all international backers and comes signed for free, just so that we could show you guys and gals some respect. Now we have 3 minutes to go. Let me just take you real quickly through some of the editions. Here we have the main edition by Diego Bernard. Our book is 48 pages and square bound, written by Mike McLean, illustrated by Joel Gomez, colored by Hedwin Zalvadar, lettered by Marshall Dillon, and edited by yours truly. We have the Joel Gomez edition. We have the Soldier edition by Don McTagg. We have the Burn It Down edition by Monty Moore. We have the Mystic edition by Mike Crome. We have the Deadeye edition by Sorasong Juan Castro. And we have the Graveyard edition by Richard Ortiz. And this is a series of what we would call battle damaged editions that are limited in nature. But that's not all. In terms of some of the cooler editions, additionally cooler editions, Joel Gomez himself, we have the original sketch edition. Joel will do a full-bodied sketch, and I think we're limited to something like 11 on those, I think, Joel. Each one will be different. We have a couple of Pearl editions, one by Sora, one by Mike Crome. And if you buy all of the comic book editions, including these 3 medals, as part of what we call the whole enchilada tier, we are throwing in this gorgeous foil forged metal. So this is metal with foil printed on top of it with artwork by Don McTagg. Additionally, let's see here, we have about a minute and a half to go. We have the series of prints, including the metal print, Soldier by Don McTagg, real live metal, and our commemorative edition, which we do each time, a selection of trading cards and license plate. And we have a whole series of license plates that you'll notice, Zippo lighter and patches. We have the coffin shape and we have the circular. All right, we're now less than a minute before we actually launch. Ladies and gentlemen, please start your engines. Jump over to coffinlaunch.com right here, right now, and get ready to back this campaign. We're going to flip on over to the campaign shortly. Let's see, I love the Western setting. It says Isaiah. And then Julio Jimenez, who's producing some really fun homage action figure photography on Sworn Nation.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
No glow this time so far. And then Julio says, we love you, Joel.
We love you
And then
too, man.
Nathan
Thank you
says,
so much.
in any moment now, we are about to launch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coffin launch has launched. Lady Gunfighter Chapter 3 Damnification is launching momentarily.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Solomon, sometimes we need to just refresh. Guns a-blazing. That's right. And Sworn Nation LFG. All right, go make your claims, everybody.
Who is going to be first?
Eventually, we're going to get our backers up. So some of that's not really automatic. That's okay. You know what? Actually, let everybody do their thing, and we'll just pull us up. It's going to take, behind the scenes, full disclosure, there were some unknown software updates within the last 24 hours, which caused some behind-the-scenes rejiggering. So the backer number element is going to be lagging behind today, and that's because of this software update. It's always great when your software lets you know stuff like this is happening. Let's see here, Sworn Nation LFG. So again, everybody on the stream, we encourage you to go right now and get your coin. Get this super cool coin here. This is free to all people who claim $26 US or more for the first 24 hours. And it's cool. Let's see here. Got my comics ordered. Thank you. That's really fantastic, Lost Lar. That's great. Sworn Nation. Be right back. Make my claim. That's right. Make your claim. So now we're offering this particular chapter, but Mike, Joel, you guys are working on a whole nother project. We work very far in advance. In gloved terms, Joel, what can you say about the chapter that you are working on right now for next year?
I could say there's a lot of bullets and a lot of revolvers.
There's a lot of bullets in this one. So that does seem to say that we're still in the Old West. Is there any truth to that? I think that's okay to say.
Yeah. No comment. I think that the setup of this is it's something people are going to be really excited about. I didn't see it coming myself until it landed in my lap. And for the powers that be in the Coffin Comics universe, deemed it appropriate at this time. And after the road we've traveled so far, all I could say was a hell yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And, you know, what we always like to say with Coffin is expect the unexpected. So I think that's fair to say this time around.
I too was surprised when Brian gave me the, here's the idea. This is what we're doing. And I was like, all right, that's where we're going.
That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. All right.
Yeah, frequently that's what happens.
It had been talked up before, but in passing, and then it just like, when it happened, it was like, go, go, go. And I was like, oh my God, we're doing it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. So we're doing it.
A lot of what I like to do from like, if I'm the guy who's expected to like do the maxi plot, like the world builder plot, I kind of like to just go by a lot of instinct. You know, it's like, in my mind, it's like I'm the 14-year-old kid saying, wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, that's a great way
to
envision it. Wouldn't that be cool?
Wouldn't that be cool? That's kind of like my guiding principle. All right, so wow, okay. Check out, Julio got his sketch cover edition in for Joel. Uh-oh.
Thank you so much, Julio. I really appreciate it, man.
Lost Lars claiming that they're number one. Do Mike and Nick have their coins on them? Asking for Miguel.
Oh, jeez.
Let's see. Well, look at Nick. How many? By the way, just keeping it real. Boom.
Mine is always hard to get to, but
well, he doesn't seem to. Mike.
Boom. I do not leave home without it.
And then looks like Nick's got his.
Oh,
Good job, young man. All right. Very good. That was great to do. You got your sketch editions in. Fantastic. We appreciate all of it.
Just in case.
Just in case.
There you go.
Okay. Joel's got his. You got to have it.
It's a gold one,
Always
too.
surprised sometimes where people will walk in and I will tell you a story, though. I actually caught myself for the first time in a real long time not having a coin. I was actually out at WonderCon as a fan with my friends Scott and Coop, and went to breakfast. And as I'm sitting down opposite them at breakfast, I realized I changed my change. I didn't take the coin out of my other pants. But thankfully, I didn't get coined.
I just imagine
That's
Miguel
great.
just like peeking around a corner.
Yeah, Miguel was like 600 miles away, but still, he went like his ears are like
they're like the guy around the corner with his
coin radar. All right, Clint Hobby said mystery boxes, Metal Dawn, Zippo, and plate. Good choices. Yeah, I mean, consider that we're definitely doing a series of plates this year, 6, and we're already working on what are some of the things we're offering for 2027, because 2027 is the 20th anniversary of Coffin Comics.
20
Starting in
years?
January, we begin a year-long celebration of Coffin Comics' 20th anniversary. Nick G, can you believe that? I mean, we started working. Well, I started Coffin solo in late August 07. When did you come on board to do your first con with me at Phoenix?
Like 2008 or 2009, one of those years.
Something like that. Not 8,
I
but
think it was 09.
9.
It was when Phoenix, it was still called Phoenix Comic Con.
Phoenix Cactus Comic Con.
Yeah, and they still hold it in Mesa, not Phoenix.
Correct. They had in the Mesa, yeah. And then Nick had done his first con, and what I remember about the con was your excitement getting Mr. Data's signature. I mean, that was the era too, where the guests were like Carl from Walking Dead, and he was like a pipsqueak. He was like a child.
Yeah.
What was
Yeah.
time too,
That's funny.
shows back then, like all the celebrities were just kind of mixed in with the rest of the floor. You just walk right up to them and talk to them.
Yeah, right. That's right. Yeah, the celebs were right there.
Yeah. Whereas,
Yeah,
whereas
now they're all
now
sequestered.
They're all stationed off, different room or whatever.
Yeah, a different time. Is that still one of your favorite autographs?
It is, especially the one where it's Data and Lore, because he signed it twice, once for Data and once for Lore.
Oh, okay, that's
okay.
cool. All right, that's super nerdy.
That's
That's super
I like
nerdy.
how you backed away. Oh, that's cool. That's super nerdy.
That's cool. I'm a Star Trek guy too. I am. I'm like some people are into Star Wars. I'm all about Star Trek. Let's see here. That's some awesome dude. Congratulations. Offer metal covers of books that didn't get any for 20th anniversary. Great idea. Backer number 19 here. Hello. Congratulations, 20 years coming up. Had to have the sticker collection, having just succumbed to sticker madness earlier today. Ah, yes. We love our stickers over here. They are a lot of fun. I love it. Well, I know that we're off to the races. I don't know how many backers we have. We don't know any of that kind of stuff. And again, our software is a little creaky on that, so that's okay. I know that, what else shall we cover about, well, Joel, what would you like to talk about or offer up on the stream? We have a Mighty Sworn Nation listening in.
Just to say thank you, Sworn Nation, for giving us a chance to entertain you with these amazing stories, specifically this genre of story. It's one of my favorites. I love the Western theme. I love Red Dead Redemption, but I especially love this, style of Western theme with Brian and Mike at the helm of creating this world and being able to flesh out that style of Western. It's unique, it's different, and I think you guys are going to get a kick out of this. And I can't believe we're already on our 3rd chapter, but I think there's so much more. I honestly feel like this is our best Lady Gunfighter to date. But to be honest, I feel like we're still reaching for the stars. There's so much more we can tap into with this, what this storyline could be. So I'm really hoping everyone jumps in and gives this story a shot to just check out what we have in store and potentially what it leads to. There's so many exciting things coming up. Thank you so much to you guys.
Well, wow, I just got news, Joel, that we have 220 plus backers so far, which is phenomenal.
That's awesome.
Some great comments. Can we get some calendars next year? Nathan's asking. We'll see. And Chad's asking which version of Star Trek I like. So I've enjoyed the original, Next Generation. I did like Discovery. I like what's going on Strange New Worlds. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, Starfleet Academy is
Yeah, Starfleet Academy, not so much. I like the one, what was after Deep Space Nine where they really got jetted out? Voyager was great. Voyager was good. So those are some. And I'm looking forward to whatever's next on Star Trek. Let's see here. Love how fast the claims are being updated with swag and coin. Heck yeah. Well, I'm feeling it. I don't know about you guys and gals, but since you're all tuned in and there's over 220 of you, what I'd like to do, and Mike, you can join me, is let's spin the Lady Gunfighter wheel right now. Look at this cool, get a good look at the wheel itself, designed by Moonshine Mel, indicating there's Lady Gunfighter shooting. It's zipping all over the place.
Oh, that's cool.
And let's spin that wheel. So we have over here, we have the 4 items that you could win.
Ooh, mystery.
The hub wheel, that's right. And let's see, we're going to get this a little bit out of the sun. I'm just going to pop it right here. Let's see here, we need Coffin trading card binder. Okay, I hear you. Martin's like, yes. Now, before we spin, on behalf of some lucky randomly numbered backers, Mike, you could get in a little closer.
Sure.
You figure Mike would know. You almost got to. We almost have to touch shoulders just about, so we're in the same shot.
That's not awkward.
It's movie. It's
That's
movie
TV.
awkward.
TV.
It's TV unawkward. A couple things to know. We're also still running the Evil Ernie Kickstarter, which closes next Wednesday, and we are going to have a closing night party for that. It is going to be a shindig, and we invite you to watch live. And I think that's setting off. Don't know the exact time. I believe it starts at 5:30 or 6 p.m. next week. Definitely check the media as we update what that is. Let's see here, 20 years and 27, outstanding. The hub wheel. So I'm going to pick a backer randomly by my choice. I'm going to say first we're going to spin for whoever backer number 1 is. Backer number 111. So now we're going to find out who that backer number is. We're looking right now, and it is going to show up here on my text shortly. I'm a patient man, so we're going to find out. Backer number 1, whoever that backer number is. Backer number 111. So we're about to spin, and people are going to win something or other. I am waiting to find out who that backer is. Just double checking. And backer number 1 is Larry L. Larry L. I'm spinning for you, Larry.
Lucky Larry.
Lucky Larry. And we just hit number 2. So whatever is behind here is going to ship with your goods, your physical claims. And that is, kaboom, that is a mock-up of the Sora Song edition. The Deadeye edition. So that is what you're getting, Larry. Now we're going to pick one more for fun. And we got to pick number 13. Lucky number 13. We're going to find out who that backer is. What do you think of that, Joel?
I love it. I love it. Let's do it.
Hub says, my wheel's in motion, baby. Heck yeah, such a great cover. As soon as I find out who backer number 13 is, we're going to spin for their benefit. Now that lets you know that this campaign is alive and kicking and well, and we're going to do some fun stuff. So, okay, it's coming. I see the numbers of it. It's Michael L. Michael L. Michael, we're spinning for you. And that is, we just landed on number 3, number 3, number 3. And this is for you, Michael. You are, oh, whoa.
Wow.
You are receiving a Monty Moore sepia tone medal. This edition is limited to 15.
Wow.
10 are going to be randomly added into the campaign. Sepia tone, like a lot of cool Western kind of feels and vibes. So that just lets you know that the Coffin Comics campaign is alive and well. Let me just grab my phone unless there's a communication. I'll be right back.
Now, was that sepia tone? Is that a mock-up, or is that the actual? Is he going to get the actual comic?
He's going to get an actual. That's not going to be a mock-up. It's actually part of the edition.
Nice.
For sure. So yeah, we're off and running with that. Those came out kind of cool.
Beautiful.
Yes, sepia is we have never done, to my recollection, a sepia tone metal. And again, I saw that image by Monty and I was thinking of a Wanted poster. So there you have it. Let's see here. That's a nice metal cover. Says Hallow, and she's a beauty of a metal. That sepia is dope. It is dope, Peter. You're absolutely right, man. So check it out, everybody. This campaign is off and running. I want to see if Joel Gomez has anything he wants to say in conclusion.
I'm just excited to be on the journey with you guys. Again, thank you to everyone who's participated in helping make all of this possible. Sworn Nation, we couldn't have done it without you guys. I'm really excited for what this whole comic is about and where it could go. And this chapter specifically, it turned out fantastic. There's a lot of twists and turns. There's some really wild stuff in there. And I'm excited to have people check it out. And I'd love to see how they respond to it. So thank you again for supporting us. We really appreciate you guys. We couldn't do it without you.
How about you, Mike McLean?
I'll just echo Joel there. Thank you so much for backing it. You guys have some hard choices to make, though. Like, I'm looking at these covers. It's a lot of hard choices. But I really want to say we appreciate it. I pinch myself being able to do this. It's an amazing gift that you guys have given us. So thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. So check it out. Y'all been great. We've been the Coffin Comics crew. This campaign is off and running thanks to you. Stand by because more stuff is going to be going down. Expect the unexpected from Coffin Comics. You all have been great. We've been Coffin Comics. Holla at ya later. Hi, I'm Brian Pulido, publisher of Coffin Comics, and I'm excited to present to you an all-new 48-page original graphic novel entitled Lady Gunfighter Damnification. Death comes quickly and easily in the Old West, especially if you're facing off against bounty hunter Eliza Ryan and her demonic six-shooters. Taking the moniker Lady Gunfighter, Eliza vowed never to let the guns fall into wicked hands. But when the pistols begin to corrupt her very soul, Eliza makes a choice that may forever change her fate. A quest for answers drives the bounty hunter deep into a nightmarish wilderness where death lurks behind every tree. However, for Lady Gunfighter, there is no turning back. While her loved ones fight to survive against a brutal madman, Eliza must face an ancient power more malevolent than any demonic pistol, a seductive witch capable of unspeakable horrors. Bonus story: as midnight falls, a skull-faced ghost haunts the border towns of the Old West. Seeking vengeance, she has taken up a gun and adopted a name, La Muerta. Please support our campaign now and share it with everyone you know. I can't thank you enough, everybody, so thank you.